This is show 88 of the Cloth Diaper podcast, and today we're going to answer the question, why cloth diapers? The Cloth Diaper podcast is a somewhat regular show dedicated to sharing stories of cloth diapering from parents, brands, retailers, and families around the world. My name is Bailey, and over the next coming weeks, we're going to be doing or redoing a Cloth 101 series here on the podcast. Some of my most popular shows were those basic shows I recorded 3 to 4 years ago, and I have learned so much about cloth diapering that let's do them again. Talk about them again with a new modern lens. The Cloth Diaper podcast is sponsored by my book sales. I have written a book about cloth diapering. It's called Cloth Diapers, The Ultimate Guide to Textiles, Washing, and More. It's available on Amazon in black and white and color, Barnes & Noble, and through the Book Depository worldwide. This is a simple FAQ guide to cloth diapering that answers basic questions and is really designed for beginners who have absolutely no base knowledge about cloth. It's that first step. If you're looking for the next level of cloth diapering, Cloth 102 or 201 per se, check out the Cloth Diaper podcast membership, where I'll be recording Cloth 102 episodes to go in line with the Cloth 101. Cloth 102 episodes go more in depth about the history or the reasoning or the science behind some of these basic theories. Cloth 102 is influenced by a lot of research and development, and those recorded podcasts will be available at clothdiaperpodcast.com in the membership platform. The Cloth Diaper podcast is a regular show, so be sure to check out the other episodes with your favorite brands and retailers to learn more about the stories behind cloth diapering. So today we're answering the question, why cloth diapers? And the other day I was giving a cloth diaper workshop at an event, and a woman across the table, she asked me, but why cloth diapers? She kind of joined late, and I immediately froze because I wasn't prepared for this question. I was prepared to answer almost every other question, but why? Why, to me, why is such a personal question? And some of the whys that we have for cloth diapering can be loaded with some stigma, some shame, and some guilt. I know it probably shouldn't be, but I find myself walking on eggshells sometimes when I want to talk about the why of cloth diapering. There are many reasons families choose cloth diapering. Some families don't even choose. It's the only option. When I talk to parents who don't cloth diaper, they tend to give me a reason. They say, I don't cloth diaper because, and I just want you to know, before we get too far into this show, that you don't need a reason not to cloth diaper. The reasons that people give me are often, I find, loaded excuses that just continue to stigmatize cloth diapering. If you don't want a cloth diaper, all you gotta say is, I don't want a cloth diaper. You don't need a reason. You also don't need a reason to cloth diaper. We often talk about cloth diapering as an alternative, and most of us want to talk about cloth diapering as an option, as a very valid modern option. Just like you're deciding between Pampers and Huggies in the grocery store, cloth diapering is an option that can support your families in some very real ways. We spend so much time trying to convince people to cloth diaper, but nobody spends a lot of time trying to convince people to use disposable diapers. For decades, disposable manufacturing has already done that. They have convinced us that disposable diapering is the option, and we don't even think about the alternatives anymore. We don't even consider why we shouldn't disposable diaper. There are many reasons that a family chooses to cloth diaper. These include financial, environmental, health, personal preference, and many, many more. Cloth diapering doesn't make you a better parent, and cloth diapering is not an all or nothing situation. Cloth diapering can be part of your diapering routine. You don't have to be in love with it. And yeah, it's okay to admit it's kind of gross and kind of sucks. Many of us cloth diaper and use disposable diapers. Many of us find ways to do cloth diapering that embraces a hybrid approach and finds an easy way. a lot of times when we talk about cloth diapering on the internet especially, people will talk about privilege. I had a TikTok a while ago go a little bit viral, and everybody in my comment section was like, oh, so much privilege to be able to cloth diaper. There's also so much privilege to be able to disposable diaper. Access to time, money, and dealing with poop can be a privilege, but for some of us, it's the only choice. I think we have to be really careful around this idea that cloth diapering is a privilege, because there are so many stories of people cloth diapering just to survive. There are so many different types of diapers, both disposable and cloth. Each has an important role to play in supporting families and supporting communities. We're going to talk about some of the basics behind the 4 broad categories of why a family chooses to cloth diaper. I thought we could talk about them just like super high level so that you get an idea. But what I want you to know is that you can choose to cloth diaper for whatever reason. And you don't even need a reason to cloth diaper. It could be like, this is what we're doing. Sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. I mean, that's what disposable diaper parents do, right? So the 4 broad reasons that we're going to talk about are the financial benefits of cloth diapering, the environmental benefits of cloth diapering, the health benefits of cloth diapering, and the preference benefits of cloth diapering. So first, financially, the upfront cost of cloth diapers is definitely kind of terrifying. I mean, you could be looking at $100, $300, $500, $700, $1,000 to build a stash. But what I love most about cloth diapering, and I think this message is not amplified enough, is that when you choose cloth, you're back in control of the cost of diapering. This past year, we have seen disposable diapering prices continue to fluctuate as supply and demand changes. With disposable diapers, we are at the will of the manufacturer. And to some extent with cloth diapers, we are too. But with cloth diapers, you are in control more than ever of how much money you want to spend. You can spend as little as you want or as much as you want. With cloth diapers, you can spend $7 on a diaper. You can buy used. You can do it yourself. You can make your own. You can also buy luxury brands from work-at-home mamas creating incredible products. With cloth diapering, you are back in control of how much you spend, with who you spend it, and where your money goes. I think that cloth diapering gives us back our power as consumers financially. But I know a lot of you listening, you want to know about the nitty-gritty. I mean, the average disposable diaper cost these days, 25 cents to 30 cents per diaper change. Many families are spending upwards of $1,000 per year on disposable diapers. And the cost of disposable diapers goes up as you increase in sizes. If you want to look at plant-based or paper-based diapers, you're now starting to look at 50 to 75 cents per diaper. And these costs are going to continue to fluctuate as supply and demand influences. A cloth diaper stash, usually, if we're talking realistic, modern, parent-owned businesses, you're going to be spending about $15 to $20 per diaper from a retailer. Maybe $25. That's about $500 in upfront cost. Yes, having $500 around is a big privilege, but there's lots of ways that you can get there without spending $500 at once. You can start with small stashes. You can reach out to cloth diaper banks around the world to get diapers. This doesn't always have to be on you. There are resources out there to support you in accessing diapers at whatever cost, including free. What I love most about cloth diapering, so we've talked about a lot of things that I love most. So we've talked about how I love how much it gives you that financial control as a consumer back, but it also gives you a sense of security. With cloth diapers, you never have to worry about a diaper shortage, a power outage, a road closure. You never have to worry about getting to the store in time. You always have a clean bum. in an emergency, you can hand wash cloth diapers. It's kind of gross, but it gets you by. People are hand washing disposable diapers. So hand washing a cloth diaper to have a clean bum is a great option in an emergency. And you don't have to overthink that process. With cloth diapering, you always have a diaper available, and modern one size fits most sizing styles allows you to really adjust it to whatever size your baby is at that stage. I recently saw an advertisement from an insurance firm advocating that you have disposable diapers in your go bag because cloth diapering, you might not have wash facilities. And I kind of laughed because how do I know what size disposable diaper to put in my go bag? With cloth diapers, I don't have to worry about finding a store or how many diapers to pack. I just have to wash them every day. And if I'm in an emergency situation, I don't really have anything else to do, but wait and be stressed out. So washing diapers can be a great way to support families in a variety of situations. So we talked about this a little bit of this environmental and security. The next one is environmental. And I have a hard time talking about environmental because honestly, when we look at the numbers of the environmental impacts of cloth diapering, it can be hard to figure out who's telling the truth, what stat to believe, and how these stats all measure up. I think the one important thing to know is that when we talk about stats and we talk about numbers, there's always a little bit of bias in how we read those numbers and how we share those numbers. There's also no national agency in the United States advocating for cloth diapers, so a lot of the numbers around diapering in the United States are old, and they come to us from disposable manufacturers. In recent years, the United States, or the European Cloth Nappy Union, has done a life cycle analysis with the UN. And what we saw in that life cycle analysis was, you know what, it is a close game. But cloth diapers, if laundered, urine controls the laundry process, if laundered in an environmentally friendly way and used for multiple babies, really does outshine a disposable diaper at the end of the day. Access to disposable services also plays a huge impact in the eco-friendliness of cloth diapering. When we often talk about disposable diapers, we kind of fail to talk about this disposal service. We have so much luxury here in North America to dispose of things, and not everybody does. Environmentally, disposable diapers will take up a lot more space than 30 to 40 diapers. A lot of work goes into manufacturing one disposable diaper, just like a lot of work goes into maintaining one cloth diaper. But you are in control of what you choose. And I think when we talk about the environmental, we all have our environmental preferences. The textile industry can be very devastating, but I truly believe that we can all work to be better advocates for the textile industry and ensure that we are taking care of our environments. Another environmental consideration is diaper services. Diaper services play an important role in offering reduced laundry impacts on cloth diapers. And there is a potential to see how cloth diaper services could benefit our communities, both environmentally and socially. Don't undervalue a diaper service. I think that diaper services will become the future, and we just don't realize it yet. I'm going to do a 102 episode on more environmental impacts and more of this nitty-gritty stuff as I compare some of the research. This episode will be made available shortly in 2022. So we've talked about the financial benefits, we've talked about the environmental benefits, and now a health benefit. We don't know what's in disposable diapers, and for that reason, some children and some families have skin irritations to disposable diapers. So cloth becomes the only choice. Cloth diapers can be triggering to some skins. I mean, it's not the perfect choice, but for some families, it is the skin choice. With cloth, you are in control of which diapering ingredients you use, which detergents you use, and what textiles you use. You can choose textiles, you can choose detergents, and you can choose products so that the diapering experience is best for your child. Many families will ditch PUL altogether and go with like a fitted or a flat with wool. There are so many different ways to diaper your child while providing them the best skin experience that they need. I don't really have much more to talk about than on skin, besides the fact that if disposable diapering is irritating a child, cloth might be the only other option. So we've got the financial, the environmental, the health, the skin-based, and then there's the preference. For some families, cloth diapering is just a preference because for some families, cloth diapering is a better performing product. Cloth diapering is cute, and cloth diapering is a small business-based industry. When you're buying a cloth diaper, you're supporting an entrepreneur. When you're buying a cloth diaper, you're buying a versatile, functional product. Cloth diapers are modern, they're functional, they work. And you don't need a reason to try cloth diapering. And you can just say, hey, you know what? I think cloth diapers is the better choice for this other known reason. Or I just thought this would be a good way to diaper my child. You don't need to have a financial, environmental, or health-based reason. You can just choose cloth diapers. And I kind of wanted to normalize that conversation because so much about these conversations about the benefits of cloth diapering make us feel like we need a reason to cloth diaper. And I really don't think you need a reason. Cloth is an option, and it's a modern option that can be weaved into your diapering routine to reduce your impact, increase the versatility and diversity of your stash, and hopefully give you a better diapering experience. Disposable diaper brands have spent decades trying to improve the disposable diaper to give you the best possible experience. Cloth diaper brands have done the exact same. We want you to thrive and succeed in this journey of finding the best diaper. And just like I spend day to day trying to convince the women on the other side of the table that cloth diapering is a valid option, I don't understand why single-use diapers continue to be a valid option. I mean, I get it. There's a little bit of convenience in it. But there is so much convenience in cloth diapering as well. And for those of you who are sitting there being like, oh, so much time and privilege to cloth diaper, when we're having those conversations, I think we also need to recognize that we have a lot of important social work to do in our communities. That women should not be struggling to survive and struggling to find time to wash diapers. That we need to ensure that our communities are thriving and healthy, and that the cloth diaper community can play an important role in
candy.
Advocating for important social work. And my daughter, no candy for breakfast. The next Cloth 101 episode will be how to cloth diaper. And if you're looking for more information about cloth diapering, visit theclothdiaperpodcast.com. I have so much information. I have a YouTube channel, but I think most of it is outdated, to be honest. Cloth diapering is constantly in flux. And if you read one opinion about something, there's always another opinion that contradicts it. Be patient with yourself, stop researching, and just go buy some diapers today. We will be talking about where to buy cloth diapers. That will be in a couple weeks, and when to start cloth diapering. So there's lots more Cloth 101 episodes coming your way, and if you're catching these after they're recorded, go check them all out and check out some of the amazing shows that I've had with brands and parents around the world. They'll really help normalize the struggles, diversity, and options that cloth diapering can offer. Until next time.